Welcome back to the jungle. If there's ever been a patch where a jungle item just ain't been right, it's this one. We're going to be playing Karthus Jungle, but we're really playing Faded Ashes, the champion. Faded Ashes gives us 40 ability power. Dealing damage to it with an ability causes the enemy to burn. And this applies to jungle camps as well. 20 damage over 3 seconds. This, plus the build path into the new item Blackfire Torch, gives us insane clear speed. It just ain't right, Bob. That's the thing. It ain't right, and I can show you a little bit about it. As if any of these mage junglers' clear speed wasn't good enough. Now it becomes even faster. Morgana, Zyra, Brand, all these champions, like, you just can't compete with them with other champs because they're clearing too fast with this item on a first recall. And then once it's completed, you get even more power. So, as Karthus here, for the runes we got Dark Harvest, Cheap Shot, Eyeball, and Ultimate Hunter. I'm not married to these runes, but I wanted to try them out in combination with the new Cutdown and the Legend Haste. I really like this Legend Haste rune on these mages because it gives you more ability sooner, and then combo that with the Cutdown, you're simply hitting the enemy harder sooner, with Cutdown giving us 8% more damage to targets that are above 60% HP. So, a new dynamic in the precision tree. Die! Okay. And then the Dark Harvest page. First Strike was nerfed a little bit. We lost Futures Market, so that hurts. So I figured I would just give Dark Harvest a little bit of a chance for once. Now that we have this more offensive secondary runes compared to what was like Last Stand. For the jungle path, everything... I mean, if you've never played Karthus, Bob, you're clearing all the camps. The real trick is to not skip your camps randomly as Karthus, but... every single time without fail, you're going to farm your camps. Why? Well, it gets you strong. More gold and more XP. But mainly with Karthus is that he has this clear speed. With this clear speed, you're going to kill the camps fast. And then they're going to respawn again. And then you'll kill them again. And again. And again. And again. And that whole rotation just becomes faster and faster. Let's go ahead and sweep as we move into the river here. Our clear is done. Blitzcrank hits the hook, but it's mitigated. So into the river we go. You can use your W to try to find the enemy here, but... whoa! W. Q. 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 Okay. Boom! Oh. And... flash Q. 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 Okay, we're in a bit of a pickle, but we're gonna pull the enemy in as deep as they'll go? Now you gotta find me, guys. Nautilus, good luck, man. I'm rooting for you. If they find us, we just turn. Well, no harm, no foul. We got our 900 gold, we got the Faded Ashes, and back to the top side we go. That's Viego's flash, so that's not too bad for us. But yeah, with Karthus, you have a lot of ways to exploit his clear speed. Sometimes you can play for the objectives, sometimes you can play for the river. In this case, we're going to be clearing faster than Viego, so we get to the river faster, and then just go attack him with our bot lane having prio. Not really entertaining this mid play. This guy is healing so much, though. Oh, but misses the E. So he's going to walk that one out, and we see that Viego is in the top side already. So we'll go back to our camps here. And now with the Faded Ashes, boom, you can see it. We're applying that burn to them, and that burn will just keep dealing damage for us. Our jungle pet, our red buff, and that Faded Ashes, you just deal so much more damage over time to these camps. With the Legend Alacrity, or the Legend Haste, now giving us more Qs as well, it's like, dude, it's like Karthus is on a dimension that he's never been before. It barely matters what you build, what runes you run and whatnot. Your main deal here is that you want to get as many camps as fast as possible. That's what we'll do here, finish our Raptors. As we finish the Raptors here, we have a pretty good idea that the bot side scuttle will be up. So since our Krugs are delayed, we'll go to that. I can also play for Dragon, where my bot lane will have prio. It sucks that I don't have my warding totem, but that's okay. So I'll aggro the dragon like this, and then finish off the scuttle crab. With our blue buff, we can spin the E. You want to be very careful with using your E, as that's like the only way you run out of mana. And it really stinks that my bot lane resets, but I think we're fine. I clear this about as fast as Viego clears his wolf camp, so a real normal matchup, as per usual. Now since the Void Grubs are spawning and Blitzcrank's resetting to topside, then I'm going to path towards those Void Grubs and go from there. Oh, okay. Now I don't want to show going through mid though, so let me bring it around town here and go to those Void Grubs. Because these will give us more XP and a little bit more gold. Nook. And with my Blitzcrank topside, feel pretty safe going for this. The Void Grubs, you want to apply the Jungle Pet and then the Faded Ashes to all of them, but you really only have to use your E to do that. Then you want to use the Isolated Q on the edge of the Void Grubs to deal more damage. Then as we start to run out of mana here, the blue buff expires, we can start to focus the one. And just like that, we're level 6. Real normal champion we're playing here. Get him, Blitzcrank. Q, W. Boom! Hey! Okay. Back to base. Our job is done. I could invade his jungle, but don't get me wrong, Bob. He's already gone. He's already lost. Swordpin boots and back onto the map here. Bob, I'm back. Listen, had to pick up the DoorDash order. If you combo the DoorDash order when you get into game, it's always pretty bad. Can't just leave it sitting out there. But Karthus is so broken that you can go pick up a DoorDash order, be AFK for a good however long, and it's going to be okay. So now that we're level 6, we have access to our ulti. Our ulti will apply that cut down and also apply the Faded Ashes to the enemy. So even if we don't have a good ulti to execute the enemy, we can at least get them low. Nice. Viego on the top side, that's a bad move. These guys initiate the fight. Boom. That was quite a bit of damage. So I'm gonna skip my red and Krugs and go into the Viego's blue side. Since the enemy bot lane is chunked and Viego showed top, I can try to get his blue buff. The Swordpin boost gives us more magic pin, a little bit more damage, but it's mostly about that mobility. When you're so far ahead of the enemy, they're very good to get early. If you don't get particularly juiced, it's not super important to have them. More of a snowball option. Nice. Oh, good ulti by him. Viego gonna go back to his wolves, but that's our time spent. We got his blue buff, but we don't want to overdo it. We don't want to go into his Gromp. His support can be there, and then his Zoe can be there as well. Now we're looking to get quite a bit of gold here. So even when we finish our clear here, we still have time to play for the bot side, or even the top side. Even though you pass to one side of the map as Karthus, you clear so fast, you can honestly play for either side. And just like that, we already have the Legend Haste fully stacked up, so we have 15. Bob, 15 ability haste. What were they thinking with this rune? Are they out of their mind? What the? 15! Yeah, real normal. 15 ability haste. Karthus is not supposed to have that, man. Whether I build Leandri's first, it's like I have the blue buff ability haste. Like, what is the deal? Then it says I only have 10 ability haste. Maybe it's bugged. Whoa! I found myself in a pickle here. Flash, moving. Auto. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, sortie, sortie. Ouchie, mama. Q, W. We're all in, Bob. We're going forward. Q. Boom. Bang. Pow. Onto this guy. We're bouncing him around. It's hard to hit. Boink. Lost chapter. Back onto the map. Welp, at the end of the day, we got Viego's left. The fight works out. It's like as bad as it gets as an opening. It don't matter, baby. 76 CS, baby. Lost chapter, 40 ability power, 300 mana, 10 ability haste. Gives us more ability to clear without the blue buff. So, Void Grubs are up. We'll clear those, and then we'll clear down towards the dragon. And it's up to the enemy jungler to keep up, Bob. Wonder if people find Karthus gameplay fun to watch. I would guess not. Most Karthus mains never have much viewership. W. The W gives you vision, so you can use it like this to get access to seeing what the enemy's trying to do. And my team shows up with the TP, but it's up to them to start the play, really. They missed the stun, which isn't good, and then Gwen's gonna collapse. Diego's gonna ult away, and naturally, Nautilus has to die. As per usual. Any day now. Slow. Q. Boom. So much damage. It's one thing with the Sorkpin boots, they help you run someone down. So if your team can fight quite a bit in the early game, pretty good to have. We only need 100 gold for that Blackfire Torch completion. As all things, it's super cheap. Why? You got me. So we're looking to complete that, but I'm not going to stop my clear to do so. As Karthus, you clear fast enough, so it'd be very, very low tempo, low value to recall just for that item, just because I can buy it, because all of my camps are still up. Pulling the camps down here, looking to fight for the dragon. Knock up. Q, W, Q, Q, Q. Sortie. He's gonna pick up that soul. And then we would find ourselves in a 2v3 here. I'll just go ahead and drop the ulti. That really deals any damage. Nice! So much damage, dude. Riven has arrived! Slow. Q. Q. Go ahead, Riven. There's the stun. And misses the knockup, but it might be okay. Not if I don't land a Q here. There's one. Two. Oh! Clean him up. It was fine. If we participate in that fight, it's not like we're getting the dragon anyways, so... You just play your chances. Blackfire Torch, and then an Amp Tome, and get this, another Amp Tome. Blackfire Torch gives us 90 ability power, 600 mana, 25 ability haste, to go with our 15 for free. And then dealing damage with abilities causes the enemy to burn for 27 magic damage per second for 3 seconds. Let's go to the top side. And then the passive Blackfire for each champion, epic monster, and large monster affected by your Baleful Blaze, you gain 4% ability power. Karthus is automatically going to get access to this because you can drop an ulti at the beginning of the fight, and then you get in there. So not only do you deal more damage with that cutdown with that ulti, but then you have that applied to everyone. You have more AP. You slam into the enemy. It's a pretty good opening. Now to combo this with something like Malignance would probably be a bit much. You don't have to buy 2 mana items. So we're looking for Liandry's as our second item, giving us access to another burn. And we can go from there. All of the camps are up, so... I would like to farm, but since these guys are looking for the dragon, I'll show up. Our team's much stronger than theirs. Throw down that W, and they just have to back off. We're too strong for them to compete with. Puts me in a fine spot, and I will be farming, guys. Right now we're entering the lull state as we enter the mid game, and that's very, very good for us. We're going to go level 11 like no one's business here. Just pumping out the Qs, man. When I tell you it ain't right, it just ain't right. Boom, boom, boom. Camp's dead. Boom. I don't even have to look at this camp. Meanwhile, Viego, Belveth, after I played those all day yesterday, they would still be on Raptors. And they would still be on Raptors. And they'd still be on Raptors. Now with my ulti up, I don't really have to show up to these plays, so I can prioritize my farm more. So even though Riven's roaming mid like that, I can keep farming. I'll dedicate myself to the top lane, and the top side, and if anything happens bot side, I still have my ulti for it. Sweeper's gonna reveal us, but that's fine. With all the camps down, I can start up this Rift Herald. When, come on, grow up. Oh, I didn't hit the eye. That ain't no problem. You don't have to play proper as Karthus at all, now do ya? Even with half damage dealt, I'm probably dealing more damage to this than most champions would. Alrighty, level 11. Let's reset, spend our gold, and get back out. Whoa. Diego does have his ulti. If they hit a couple more rockets, we probably have him. Reset, spend our gold back on the map. We'll have bigger ultis. We'll also have this, the Haunting Guys. Haunting Guys will give us a little bit more HP, 30 ability power for each second in combat, deals 6% more damage. So again, we ulti at the start of the fight, and then really open things up for us. Applying Blackfire Torch, applying Haunting Guys, applying another Faded Ashes, and then also applying that cut down to them. Okie doke. So now we're waiting for a team fight to start. That's going to be where we have our big impact. You can help with your allies sidelining sometimes, but listen, look at the minimap right now. That's right, it's pretty dark, other than the enemy top side, so we'll play it somewhat defensive until our allies get back on the map. Your goal as Karthus going into the mid-game is to continue that accelerant, but now you can start doing fights as you have more items. We're ahead of the enemy by a lot. So let's get in there. W, Q, pop, bow, bang, 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 bang. Oh, sorry, protect me. Nice. Viego and Nautilus dedicate themselves onto our tank support. That really sets up an easy fight. When you have a front line like that as Karthus, very easy. When you don't have a front line, you're going to have to take some damage. Dragon's coming up, so we'll clear our Gromp here and then reset to the bot side once again. And maybe we stay farming top for the Leandries. I'll ult at the start of this so that I get an assist. Boom. Look at that damage, man. Instantly dead. Go and show stop. I'll reset. With the assist, we have the Leandries. And we get back to the bot side so that we can play in the enemy jungle before that dragon comes up, so we'll get a control word as well. Leandries gives us 90 ability power, 300 HP. And now we can really get a lot of ability power, or we can go more defensive. You can kind of play it by ear against a champion like Viego, as long as it's pretty good. If we get like a death cap, then it's just completely over for the enemy. Add all winning lanes on top of it, as if Karthus wasn't impressive enough. 50 seconds on that dragon, and these blue side camps are mine. You might be thinking, oh, my camps are down, I have nothing to farm. Just walk into enemy's jungle, I tell you what. Camp is dead. What's the Karthus combo? Well, you press Q. And then, yep. Hell, I got time to walk back to Krugs. But then again, with Blitzcrank, we might as well just occupy this guy's blue side, wait it out. They're not shown on any vision just yet. There he goes into the top lane, but it doesn't really matter. Even if you get a pick on our Irelia, we're going to get that third dragon stack. Things never get better for the enemy jungler, man. Viego is one of Karthus' easiest matchups, too. You can't even really put it against the player. So after the dragon here, we have a very easy full clear to top side. What I'm going to do is drop the Rift Herald for Riven and then do that. If they gank the Riven on the bot side, then I'll be able to play for the Baron as it's going to spawn. But that Rift Herald will help Riven take that outer turret, which is worth quite a bit of gold. And I'll also have the ulti to assist her if they try to attack. Or if she dives the enemy. So we want to Q the red buff, move back, use our E, and then the E will finish off the small minions. Use our ulti now, once W is expiring. Boom! So much damage. Applying the Leandries, the Blackfire Torch. Cut down has dealt 600 so far. Normal. I'm just a normal guy playing my normal champion. This clear speed ain't right, man. I don't even have blue smite. I could do the Baron with the Irelia's help, but since they're not here, it's okay. We'll just keep farming. By farming these camps, we can go level 16 off the next rotation, because I basically have access to all of Viego's jungle here. Irelia can take the Krugs, and I'll take the blue side. As my team is pushing and doing them, as you can see, we don't even have to be involved. The camp is dead. Oh yeah. The camp is dead. Alrighty, Bob, let's wrap this one up. I mean, hell, it feels like a mobile game. That's the thing. It's like too easy. It just feels like I'm rinsing people that have never played the game in this random mobile game that I play. Alrighty, to the top side here. So far, Blackfire Torch has dealt 600 and Leandri's dealing 300. And we've only ulted, Bob. We haven't been involved in a fight. Once you slam into him with your E on top of multiple people and landing those Qs in a team fight, that's where Karthus damage goes off the charts. So I'll switch the stat here to the AP so that you can see the AP stack up once we use our ulti. And then apply that Blackfire Torch to multiple people. Ulti! So we'll engage, guys. Boom. Fight's going away from me, so I'm staying right here. Gonna clear the ward. So we got about 50 ability power off our ulti itself, which is just, it's not right, Bob. Karthus ulti is like valuable enough. What's the deal? I'll start this bad boy up. Hurry it up. Let someone else tank. Whoever's tanking Baron deals 50% less damage. I have the world's craziest DPS, so won't be me. Might. No Jinx steal. Nice. Oh, WQ. Pow. Ooh, she missed. And now we push with the Baron buff. We keep pushing, we keep pushing. Don't go back to your camps just yet. We keep pushing and then we have access to the enemy's jungle camps once they spawn. I don't have to hit a turret here, but I definitely want to be up the map. Okey-doke. Be waiting for this guy's wolves for now, because we don't see where the Zoe is. Now I'm looking for level 16. Level 11 strong enough for Karthus, but level 16 we get that third point in the ulti. Does it ever get better for the enemy, Bob? That's what I'm wondering. I'm like Mike Tyson. I feel bad for what I'm going to do to him. I don't have to group up with my team, but way better to be involved with the fight here. One noob down. Moving forward, Bob. CC's not landing, so we're not going to be able to land those Qs. I'll go ahead and drop my ulti. See how much damage we can deal. Boom. No one's going to die, but there it is. Once again, we have 380 AP. So that ulti gave us about 30 AP this time. Whenever multiple enemy champions are dead, you're going to get less value from Blackfire Torch. Write that down, because you're always going to be killing them. So, write that down. Maximize the Blackfire Torch value when you're turbo stomping as Karthus, because I don't know how you don't turbo stomp as Karthus. Moving in. Phew. Yeah. Jinx is respawned here, so we don't have the easiest. Cute. Nice. Die, help. Just dropping some Qs here, trying to take out the turret with my autos. We only have so much mana, so. Okay, nice. GG, I guess. Blackfire Torch dealing 1500 and Leandri's dealing 1300. These items aren't right, Bob. These items aren't right. The way that you can stack them together too, like what were they thinking? Okay. That will put us at Diamond 4 in the placements here. Final damage dealt 20,000. Did you even see me be involved in more than like 3 fights, Bob? That's right, of course not. Karthus just ain't right now. Dark Harvest dealing 800, Cheap Shot dealing 600, and Cut Down dealing 1,000. Alrighty. That's Karthus, Bob. Abuse him while you can. He's free LP. If I can do it, so can you. Alrighty. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And let me know how your split 2 climb is going. Alrighty. Peace. Bye-bye.